Hello, guys, and welcome again to this edition of Learning with Rich. So, first of all, I'm so happy to be with you again. So, this is actually the first video that I'll be creating this 2018. Yesterday, I'm kind of busy, so that's why I wasn't able to create my first video in January 1. So, now it's already January 2. But anyway, thank you guys for having with me for this past 2017. So hopefully you'll be with me again this 2018. So let's do a lot of videos this 2018. Okay, so in this topic, it's actually a continuation of my discussion about the examination review for Revit Architecture Certified Professional. Okay, so in this topic, so I'm going to give you an idea or teach you how to create a compound and vertically compound walls in your model. So as you can see, I'm still using the default exercise file. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create and modify a compound wall. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this wall here. And then as you can see, it is actually a generic 150 wall. So I'm going to modify that. I think you know this already. So you just need to select here edit type. So the thing that we're going to do here is we're going to duplicate this because we want to create a new type of wall. So this is the basic. So you select edit type and then you duplicate it and then you change the name, right? So to those who are just starting to learn how to use Revit, how to create a new family type, this is how you do it. You duplicate it first and then you change the name, rename it and change it. So let's say I call this exterior siding, okay? And then after that, you just select OK here. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add layers for our wall, okay? So we do not want this one layer only showing the structure. So by the way, if you want to have this kind of preview here, you just actually need to select the preview here. By default, it looks like this. But if you click the preview here, it will show you the preview of the wall that you're working on. You can actually view that in floor plan view or section view. So I prefer section view in this exercise. Okay. So to add layers to your wall, so I'm going to select your edit type. Okay, so as you can see, it's highlighted. So when you select the structure one here, it highlights the layer that is being selected, which is the structure one. So let us change the material of our structure one. Okay, on our edit assembly dialog box, let us click the layer 2 here. Our first layer, let's change that material here. So let's click that ellipsis button. And then let's say I want this to be wood material. So let's look for wood. And then let's look for wood. This one. Let's try this one. Wood stud layer. And then let's select here. Okay. There you go. Then you can also change here the thickness. So let's say I want the thickness to be 140. So I just need to change that to 140. Okay. And now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add another layer. Okay, so to add another layer, because as you can see, we only have one layer here. We only have structure layer. So just below, you can see there insert. Okay, you just need to click the insert here. And then there's now the new layer. So instead of making it function like a structure also, just like this one, we do not want that to be structure. So if you click the drop down arrow here from the function, you can see that you have different functions here for your layer. So you have substrate, you have thermal air layer, you have finish 1, you have finish 2. This will be actually the two finishes that we are going to use for our exterior and interior finishes. And then you also have the membrane layer. So for this one, let me just add a layer for my substrate. So I just add substrate here. And then let me just change the material. So again, let me use wood here. Okay, so it's already wood, so let me use this one. Wood sheathing or shedding, whatever is that, plywood. Okay, so let me use this one. So there's the color, and then you just select here, okay. Right, and as you can see, it's already highlighted actually here. It's color red. So if you select, actually, it's already highlighted if you notice that. Now, so let's change the thickness. Let me zoom in this one. Okay, see if I change the thickness of this. So let me change the thickness to, let's say 20 mm. 20 mm, and then I'll just click here. You will now see there the layer, right? Nicely. So let us add three more layers. So I'm going to add three more layers. I'm going to click insert three times. One, two, three. Okay, so this one, I'm going to change this. Let's say this will be my finish exterior. So I'm going to select finish one. I use the layer or the function finish one for my exterior. And then I'll change the material. So let me change that to, let's look for finishes. Okay, so finishes, exterior siding. I think I have that. Exterior siding. Okay, so this one. Finishes, exterior siding, clapboard. And then for the thickness of that, let me select OK, and then let me change the thickness. So let's say 18 mm. Okay, and then for the layer here. Okay, so for the function of this, I just want membrane. Okay, so membrane layers. I select the membrane layer. So this is 0. Okay, so it's a layer for membrane. So the thickness should be 0. So I'll change the material of this one. Okay, let's look for vapor. Oh, I think wrong spelling. Okay, U. Right. Okay, so vapor, moisture barriers, vapor retarder. Okay, so let me select this, and then I select here OK. Okay, now for the third layer here, so let me make it my interior layer. So this time I'll select finish 2. Okay, so this will be the interior finishes. Let's type here interior. Okay, so interior, plasterboard. This one. So finishes, interior, plasterboard, and let's have it a thickness of 10 mm. Okay, then I'll just click it here. There you go. So we now have how many layers? So we have the finishes, this one, and then the membrane, which is actually 0, that one, and then the interior, and then the substrate, and then the main structure. Okay, of course, we need to rearrange these layers here. Okay, so we need to rearrange that. To rearrange, so let's say this is my exterior. So as you can see, that's the exterior side. This is the interior side. So you need to move your exterior up. Okay, so you need to click this and then make sure you move it up. Okay, there you go. Right? And then for the finish to your interior, so it needs to be go to the interior side. So you click this one and then you move down 1, 2, 3. There you go. Okay, and then for the substrate, let us move it out also. Up, up. And then for the membrane layer, same. Up, up. Oops, sorry. Move down. All right. There you go. So this is actually the order. The finish, the substrate, the membrane layer, and then the main structure, which is between the core boundary here, and then the interior side. Okay, right? So let us now check this one. Let us now apply this wall that we created to the wall here. Okay, so let me just select here, okay. Just select okay, and then there's a warning that will come out. Just select okay, it's all right. Good. All right. So it's now added to this wall here, the exterior siding. Okay, if you check out that in the 3D view, so this is how it looks like. Okay, let us change the visual style to realistic. Okay, there you go. Now we want this wall also to be added to our other generic 150 mm. So we want to change the generic 150 mm to the exterior siding that we just created, this one. Okay, you have multiple ways to select those objects. It's either you select it one by one, you hold control, and then you click the other 150 mm generic wall, and then you change the type, right, to exterior siding. Or another way is you can click the wall, right click, select all instances visible in view. You can click that, and then it will highlight all the 150 mm. And then again, you go to the type selector, change the exterior siding here. Or okay, another way, another trick, probably you don't know this one yet. Okay, you go to the project browser. We have several ways to select objects, and then look for walls and basic wall, and then let's look for 150 mm. Click that, right click, select all instances in view. It's actually the same as the second procedure. Click. So once you selected the wall that you want to change, then go to type selector, and then you can change it to exterior siding. There you go. Right. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, if you go to the section, there's actually a section here created. This one. Okay. Right. This is the one. You click this. That is our exterior siding. And also you will notice here that the exterior face of the wall now extends past the face of the wall. Okay, because we just added thickness outside the core boundary. If you remember that, that's why there's an it extends past the face of the wall. Anyway, that's what we want. Right, so going back to our floor plan, so if I want to show it to you again, you can actually change the visual style to shaded. And then if you want to see the layer, you change the detail level here to fine. There you go. Right, you have layers here of your wall. Okay, so basically that's how you create a compound wall. Okay, now in our next exercise, we are going to add a new type of walls here. This portion here. So we are going to create again a compound wall, but this time we are going to explore how to add a wall sweep, how to add wall reveals in that exercise. So for now, this is how you create a compound walls. This is how you create, or this is how you add uh, layers to your wall. Okay, so this is part one. So hopefully you like the video. Hopefully you learned something from this video, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you have any more questions, comments, or suggestions, just put it on the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so in our next exercise, the part two is we're going to create a copy of this exterior wall, not this one, but another type of exterior wall, and then let's explore how to add wall reveals and wall sweep. Okay, so thank you guys for watching and have a nice day.